A good Erev Shabbos, Parshas Mikeitz, Zayis Chanukah, it's the last day of Chanukah as well. Just to share a message. Paro sees in Yosef, Ki Hashem ito, Hashem was with him. Yosef took HaKadosh Baruch Hu wherever he was. Always had the Shem Hashem on his lips. Even with the interpretation of the dream, he says, I can only interpret the dream if HaKadosh Baruch Hu allows me to interpret the dream. There's a very interesting halacha about the laws of Chanukah. The halacha is that a mezuzah is supposed to be on the right side of the doorway and the menorah should be on the left. It's interesting that it's contrasting the mezuzah and the menorah. The Sfas Emes asks, why is it necessary when talking about the placement of the menorah to mention where the mezuzah should be? Wouldn't it be enough to say that the correct place for the menorah is on the left side of the doorway? What does that have to do with the mezuzah? What does one have to do with the other? It's not like they don't fit on the same side. You can fit a mezuzah with a menorah. So the Sfas Emes answers with an important point. And he explains that in Ma'oz Tzur, the song that we sing following the lighting of the candles, we describe the damage of the Yevanim, the damage of the Greeks. And we use the words, Ufartzu chomos migdalai. The primary negative impact that the Yevanim had on us was that they breached walls. They had no respect for boundaries. And our sages teach us, Chazal teach us, that the Yevanim possessed the midah of azos. They had the midah of chutzpah. They crossed boundaries. They entered realms where they didn't belong. They had no place being in the Beis HaMikdash, but they went in, no problem. Says the Sfas Emes, in us being victorious over the Greeks, the menorah is symbolizing an important message that we learned. And that is the mezuzah lets us know that when we enter the home, it's on our right side. Leave the street outside. We need protection from the negative influences. And the menorah plays the same role, but in the opposite direction. The menorah is on the left side of the doorway when we enter the home, but it's on the right side when we leave the house. Why? Because that's serving as the protection of when we leave our house and going into the street. It's letting us know, take the light of Torah out to the street. The same way the Greeks with their chutzpah breached the walls and entered our domain where they didn't belong. After the Yeshua, Klal Yisrael is supposed to do the exact opposite. Take the same midah, the same trait, but do the opposite. Take the azos, be chutzpahdik. Harness the chutzpah to enable us to bring kedusha, to bring holiness out to the street, even in the darkest places where people feel the Torah doesn't belong. The Torah belongs there too. When Titus destroyed the second Beis HaMikdash, he captured what he believed was the most important symbol of the Jewish people, the menorah. Because the Torah should be lived in all places without boundaries. And the truth is, it works like this automatically. The two, the mezuzah and the menorah, go hand in hand. When we keep the mezuzah on our right, when we enter our homes to strengthen our homes, that will allow us to take the menorah with us when we leave our homes, have it on our right side when we leave our homes, to spread the Torah to others. Have a wonderful Shabbos.